17 cruise secrets only experienced cruisers know about. Ever wonder why some cruisers seem to glide through their vacation with upgrades, perks, and insider access, while others struggle with long lines, mediocre service, and hidden fees? It's not luck, it's knowledge. Experienced cruisers have cracked the code, and today we're sharing 17 insider secrets that separate the pros from the first-timers. These aren't just tips, they're game changers that could save you hundreds of dollars and transform your entire cruise experience. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and drop Cruise Smart in the comments below. Now let's dive in. Number 1, embarkation day lunch is free and empty. Here's something most first-time cruisers completely miss. While everyone's fighting crowds at the buffet or waiting in their cabin for their room to be ready, seasoned cruisers head straight to the main dining room. Here's why. On embarkation day, the main dining room serves a full sit-down lunch, completely included in your cruise fare. But here's the secret. Hardly anyone knows about it. Most passengers assume the dining room isn't open yet or that they need reservations. Wrong. You can walk right in, sit down in air-conditioned comfort, and enjoy a proper meal with waiter service while everyone else is sweating in buffet lines. One experienced cruiser shared that she's done this on every single cruise for the past decade, and the dining room has never been more than a quarter full. You get better food, zero crowds, and a chance to relax before the chaos begins. So next time you board, skip the buffet madness and head straight to the main dining room. You'll eat like royalty while everyone else fights for chicken wings. Number 2, book your specialty dining on the first night. This is a rookie mistake that costs people their dream reservations every single cruise. Most passengers wait a day or two to settle in before they start thinking about booking specialty restaurants. Big mistake. Here's the truth. The best time slots, especially for popular venues like the steakhouse or Italian restaurant, fill up within hours of embarkation. Experienced cruisers know this, so they book their specialty dining reservations either before the cruise through the app or immediately on the first night. Why does this matter? Because if you wait until day 3 or 4, you'll be stuck with early seatings like 5:30 p.m. or late slots at 9 p.m. The prime 7 to 8 p.m. windows already gone, and on C days, forget about it. Those spots disappear first. Here's the pro move. As soon as you're settled in your cabin on day 1, grab your phone, open the cruise app, and book every specialty restaurant you want to try. Lock in those perfect evening time slots before they vanish. You'll thank yourself later when you're enjoying a perfectly timed dinner while others are scrambling for whatever's left. Number 3, the real embarkation time trick. The boarding pass says your check-in time is noon, but experienced cruisers know that's just a suggestion. Here's how the system actually works. Cruise lines stagger arrival times to prevent overwhelming the terminal. But in reality, most ships start boarding much earlier than advertised, sometimes as early as 10:30 a.m. So what's the secret? Arrive earlier than your assigned time, but not too early. The sweet spot is about 30 minutes before your scheduled window. You'll breeze through security while the terminal is still relatively quiet, and you'll be on the ship enjoying lunch while the noon crowd is still waiting in line. One veteran cruiser explained that she arrives at 11:30 a.m. for a noon check-in time every single time. She's never been turned away, and she's always among the first passengers to board. But here's the warning. Don't show up at 9 a.m. when boarding starts at noon. That's too early, and you will be asked to wait. The key is finding that perfect window where you're early enough to beat the rush, but not so early that you're pushing your luck. Number 4, the secret to free laundry. Laundry on a cruise ship is expensive. We're talking $3 to $5 per item, which adds up fast on a week-long trip. But experienced cruisers have a trick that saves them hundreds of dollars, and it's been hiding in plain sight. Here's the secret. Most ships have self-service laundromats tucked away on specific decks, usually near the crew areas. These rooms have washers, dryers, irons, and ironing boards, all available to passengers, and they cost a fraction of the ship's laundry service. We're talking $3 to $4 for an entire load instead of per item. The catch? The cruise line doesn't advertise these rooms. You won't find them mentioned in your daily newsletter or marked clearly on the deck maps. You have to know where to look. Seasoned cruisers scope out these laundromats on day 1 and memorize the location. Here's the insider tip. Go early in the morning or late at night. Mid-morning and evening hours are when everyone tries to do laundry, and you'll find yourself waiting for a machine. But if you go at 7 a.m. or 10 p.m., you'll have the place to yourself. Number 5, port days are the golden hours. While thousands of passengers are rushing off the ship for excursions, experienced cruisers who've already visited that port know the real secret. Stay on board. Here's why this changes everything. When the ship is docked and most passengers are ashore, you essentially have a private cruise ship. The pools are empty, the hot tubs are yours, the spa offers deep discounts, and the buffet has no lines. You can grab that perfect lounge chair you could never get on a sea day, work out in a near-empty gym, or enjoy the water slide without waiting. One cruiser who sails frequently shared that her favorite sea day isn't actually a sea day at all. It's a port day in a city she's already explored. She sleeps in, has a quiet breakfast, spends the afternoon by the pool with a book, and enjoys the ship in total peace. But here's the best part, the spa. On port days, many ships offer significantly reduced prices for treatments because they know most passengers are gone. We're talking 30% to 50% off massages, facials, and other services. So if you've already been to Cozumel 3 times, maybe skip it this trip and treat yourself to a discounted spa day on an empty ship instead. Number 6, travel agents get better deals. This is one secret the cruise lines don't want getting out, but experienced cruisers know it's true. Booking directly with the cruise line might seem convenient, but you're often leaving money and perks on the table. Here's what most people don't realize. Travel agents, especially those who specialize in cruises, often have access to exclusive rates, onboard credits, and perks that aren't available to the general public. Why? Because cruise lines give agents special deals to incentivize bookings. And here's the kicker. Using a travel agent costs you nothing extra. They get paid commission by the cruise line, not by you. One seasoned cruiser explained that she books everything through the same travel agent and consistently gets $100 to $200 in onboard credit, free drink packages, or cabin upgrades that weren't offered on the cruise line's website. The agent also handles all the annoying details like monitoring for price drops and rebooking if rates decrease. So here's the smart move. Find a reputable travel agent who specializes in cruises, build a relationship with them, and let them do the work. You'll get better deals, personalized service, and someone in your corner if anything goes wrong. Number 7, the drink package math most people get wrong. The unlimited drink package seems like a no-brainer, right? All the cocktails, beer, and wine you want for one flat rate. But experienced cruisers know how to actually calculate whether it's worth it, and most first-timers get this completely wrong. Here's the real formula. Take the daily cost of the drink package. Let's say it's $70 per day. Now divide that by the average cost of a drink on your ship, usually around $12 to $15. That means you need to drink 5 to 6 alcoholic beverages every single day just to break even. And here's what people forget. That's every day, including sea days, port days, and days you might not feel like drinking. One veteran cruiser ran the numbers on her last 5 trips and realized she only broke even twice. The other 3 times, she would have saved money by paying as she went. But here's the exception. If you drink specialty coffees, fresh juices, premium water, and cocktails throughout the day, the package can be worth it. The key is being honest about your actual drinking habits, not your vacation fantasy drinking habits. Number 8, cabin location beats cabin category. First-time cruisers obsess over getting a balcony or a suite. Experienced cruisers obsess over location. Here's why. A cheap inside cabin in the perfect spot can give you a better cruise experience than an expensive suite in the wrong place. So what's the perfect location? Mid-ship between decks 5 and 8, away from elevators and stairwells. Here's the science behind it. Midship means less motion, so if you're prone to seasickness, this is critical. Lower decks, specifically 5 to 8, put you close to main dining and entertainment without being too far from pools and activities. And avoiding elevators and stairs means avoiding noise. Those areas have constant foot traffic, door slamming, and late-night chatter. One experienced cruiser shared a nightmare story about booking a gorgeous suite directly above the theater. Every night until 11 p.m., she heard muffled music and applause through the ceiling. Meanwhile, her friend in a basic inside cabin, midship, slept like a baby. The lesson? When booking, open the deck map, study the layout, and choose location first, cabin type second. Number 9, tender ports have a hidden shortcut. When your ship has to anchor offshore and use tender boats to get passengers to land, most people assume it's first come, first served. Not quite. Experienced cruisers know there's a hierarchy, and if you understand it, you can jump the line. Here's how it actually works. First off, passengers with ship-booked excursions get priority. They're called by group number and loaded onto tenders first. But here's the secret. Even if you don't have an excursion, you can often get a priority tender ticket. How? By going to guest services early in the morning and asking politely for a tender ticket to go ashore independently. Many ships issue these on a first-come basis, and if you're there at 7 a.m., you'll get one. That little ticket means you skip the standby line and board with the excursion groups. Another trick, some ships let sweet passengers or loyalty members get priority tender access. If you have status, use it. And here's the final insider move. If you don't care about being first ashore, wait until later in the day. By 11 a.m. or noon, the tender lines have completely disappeared and you can walk right on. Number 10, Kids Sail Free has a catch. You see the ads everywhere. Kids Sail Free. Sounds amazing, right? But experienced cruisers know this promotion has fine print that can actually make your cruise more expensive if you're not careful. Here's the truth. Yes, the child's cruise fare might be free, but you're still paying for gratuities, port fees, taxes, and sometimes even dining packages. Those costs can add up to $200 to $400 per child. And here's the bigger catch. The promotion often requires you to book a specific cabin category at a higher rate. So while the kids sail's free, you're paying $300 more for the cabin than you would have during a normal sail. One savvy cruiser explained that she always runs the numbers both ways. The kids sail free rate versus a regular discounted rate with everyone paying. Half the time, the regular sail is actually cheaper. The lesson? Don't let marketing slogans fool you. Always calculate the total cost for your entire family, including all fees, before assuming kids sail free is the best deal. Number 11, the casino has a secret loyalty program. Most cruisers know about the main loyalty programs based on how many nights you've sailed, but experienced gamblers know the casino has its own separate, incredibly generous loyalty program that most people have never heard of. Here's how it works. When you play in the casino, you earn points based on your wagers, not your winnings. Those points unlock perks like free drinks while you play, complimentary specialty dining, and even free cruises. And here's the secret. You don't have to be a high roller. Even modest play can earn you benefits. One regular cruiser shared that she plays $200 to $300 in the slots each cruise. Nothing crazy, and she's earned enough points for free drink vouchers and a discounted future cruise. But here's the insider trick. Always ask a casino host about offers before you book your next cruise. If you've played even a little bit, they might have exclusive rates or cabin upgrades available only to players. These deals aren't advertised publicly. You have to ask. So if you enjoy a little gambling, make sure you're signed up for the casino loyalty program and actually using your card every time you play. Number 12, the best cabins are never advertised. When you're browsing cabins online, you're seeing the standard inventory. But experienced cruisers know there are hidden gem cabins that never show up in searches. And if you know how to find them, you can score an incredible deal. Here's the secret. Some ships have unique cabins, oversized balconies, or cabins with obstructed views that are priced much lower, but still offer great value. For example, a balcony cabin with a lifeboat partially blocking the view might be 40% cheaper than a regular balcony, but you still get outdoor space and fresh air. One veteran cruiser always books these obstructed view cabins because she barely spends time on the balcony anyway, and the savings are massive. Another trick, call the cruise line or your travel agent and ask about guaranteed cabins. You'll get a great rate, but you won't know your exact cabin until closer to departure. The cruise line might stick you anywhere, but experienced cruisers know they often get upgraded because the ship assigns cabins based on availability, and sometimes the only thing left is a nicer category. Number 13, disembarkation shortcuts exist. The last morning of the cruise is chaos. Thousands of people trying to leave the ship at once, dragging luggage, confused about where to go. But experienced cruisers have this down to a science, and they're off the ship in 15 minutes while others wait for hours. Here's the ultimate trick. Self-disembark with carry-on luggage only. Instead of putting your bags in the hallway the night before and waiting for your assigned luggage tag color to be called, keep everything with you. When the ship clears customs, you simply walk off, grab breakfast in the terminal if you want, and leave. No waiting. One cruiser who does this every time said she's usually in her car heading home before most passengers have even left their cabins. But here's the catch. You have to be able to carry all your luggage yourself, and you can't leave until the ship is officially cleared, usually around 7:30 to 8 a.m. If you can handle that, you'll beat 90% of the crowd. Number 14, onboard credit expires. This seems obvious, but you'd be shocked how many people leave money on the table. If you have onboard credit from a promotion, a travel agent perk, or a booking bonus, experienced cruisers know you need to spend it before the last night or it disappears forever. Here's what most people don't realize. Onboard credit doesn't roll over, it doesn't refund, and it doesn't convert to cash. If you don't use it, you lose it. So what's the smart move? On the second to last day of your cruise, check your account balance. See how much credit you have left and spend it strategically. Buy souvenirs, book a spa treatment, prepay your gratuities, or stock up on liquor to take home. One experienced cruiser makes it a game. She uses leftover credit to buy gifts for friends and family, things she wouldn't normally purchase. But since it's free money, why not? The point is, don't let that credit go to waste. Treat it like cash and spend every dollar. Number 15, the photo package trick. The cruise ship photographers are everywhere snapping photos at dinner, embarkation, formal night, and every port. Most first-timers ignore them or buy one or two overpriced prints. Experienced cruisers have a completely different strategy. Here's the secret. Wait until the last day to buy photos. On the final night or morning of the cruise, the photo department often slashes prices on digital packages because they know it's their last chance to make a sale. We're talking 40% to 50% off. One savvy cruiser shared that she never buys photos early. She waits until the last evening, stops by the photo gallery, and asks if there are any end-of-cruise specials. Almost every time, they offer a deal. And here's another trick. If you're cruising with a group or family, split one digital package and share the photos. One person buys the package, downloads everything, and sends copies to everyone else. The cruise line might not love this, but there's nothing stopping you from sharing your own digital files. Number 16, loyalty status transfers between cruise lines. Most cruisers think loyalty programs are isolated to each cruise line. You sail with Carnival, you earn Carnival points. You sail with Royal Caribbean, you start from scratch. Not quite. Experienced cruisers know that some cruise lines recognize status from competitors and will match or fast-track your benefits. Here's how it works. If you have elite status with one cruise line, you can sometimes contact a competitor, provide proof of your status, and receive a status match or challenge. This gets you access to priority boarding, specialty dining discounts, and other perks without sailing dozens of cruises first. One cruiser shared that she had platinum status with one line, reached out to a competing cruise line she wanted to try, and they matched her status immediately. She got all the perks on her very first cruise with them. The catch? Not all cruise lines do this, and it's not advertised. You have to ask. Call or email the cruise line's customer service, explain your current status, and ask if they offer matching. The worst they can say is no. Number 17, the real secret to upgrades. Everyone wants a free cabin upgrade, but most people go about it completely wrong. Experienced cruisers know that upgrades aren't random luck. There's a strategy that increases your chances dramatically. Here's the truth. The cruise line upgrades passengers based on a combination of factors: booking class, loyalty status, and cabin availability. If you book a guaranteed cabin or the lowest fare class, you're actually more likely to get upgraded because the cruise line assigns those cabins last. But here's the real secret. Be flexible and book early. Cruise lines upgrade passengers when they oversell a category. If you book an inside cabin a year in advance and the ship eventually oversells that category, they have to move someone up. And if you're polite, loyal, and booked early, you're at the front of that list. One veteran cruiser books the cheapest guaranteed inside cabin every single time, and she's been upgraded to a balcony on 4 out of her last 6 cruises. It's not magic, it's math. The cruise line has to put her somewhere, and if inside cabins are full, up she goes. And there you have it. 17 insider secrets that separate the rookies from the seasoned pros. These aren't just tips. They're the difference between a good cruise and an unforgettable one. If you found this helpful, smash that subscribe button, drop Cruise Smart in the comments, and let us know which secret surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and happy sailing.